Behind the Slender Man.
Slender Man case.
Slender Man. Slender
I
Man.
just want to let Bella and her family know I'm sorry.
When we think of serial killers, shooters, and dangerous individuals, most of us overlook children. Yet the people on today's hit committed vile and heinous crimes while they were still children, and many may never be released.
Number 1. Brenda Spencer.
Brenda Spencer was born in 1962 in San Diego, California. On January 29, 1979, at just 16 years old, she carried out a shooting at Cleveland Elementary School in San Diego, using a rifle her father had given her as a Christmas gift. She fired from her home located near the school into the schoolyard, killing the principal and a custodian and injuring 8 students and a police officer. Spencer negotiated with police for 6 hours before surrendering without resistance. During interrogations, she famously stated that "I don't like Mondays."
I keep trying to better myself and deal with problems from the past and everything.
Spencer was convicted of murder and attempted murder and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison.
Number 2. Morgan Geyser.
Morgan Geyser is known for her involvement in the 2014 Slender Man stabbing case. Born on May 16, 2002 in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Geyser became infamous at the age of 20 when she and her friends Anissa Woya lured their classmate Peyton Lutna into the woods and stabbed her 90 times.
Is she dead?
I don't know. She went to take her to the hospital.
The attack was motivated by their belief in the fictional character Slender Man, whom they thought would harm their families if they did not commit the crime. Lutna survived the attack, and Geyser was arrested shortly after.
That's not my daughter saying those things. That's not the way that she speaks. That's not the way that she acts.
I did watch over her shoulder.
During her trial, it was revealed that the Geyser suffered from early onset schizophrenia and had a history of hallucinations. In 2017, she was sentenced to 40 years in a mental health institution. Number 3. Erica Smith. Erica Smith is an American who gained notoriety for committing a murder at the age of 13. Born on January 22, 1918 in Steuben County, New York. Smith was often bullied for his red hair, glasses, and freckles, which contributed to his social isolation. On August 2, 1993, Smith lured 4-year-old Derrick Roby into a wooded area in a park in Savannah, New York. Derrick Smith strangled the young boy, hit him with a rock, and inflicted other injuries. The brutal nature of the crime shocked the community. Smith was quickly apprehended and confessed to the murder. During his trial, his defense argued that he had mental health issues, including intermittent explosive disorder. However, he was found guilty of second-degree murder and was sentenced to a minimum of 9 years to life in prison. Smith was denied parole several times over the years.
Problem with anger, I know I do. I might be, just happy-go-lucky now, and someone get me mad.
In October 2021, he was finally granted parole and was released in February 2022 after serving nearly 28 years in prison.
Anywhere, please come up to me. I want to be your friend. I need friends now.
Worst day of my life. It's not natural to bury your child, right? A parent is supposed to go before a child.
I remember him coming up to me in the kitchen. He was really upset and he was crunching his fists and shaking. He said, "Dad, I need help. I feel like I want to hurt somebody."
What do you think is going to happen?
His case has been a subject of discussion regarding juvenile justice and the rehabilitation of young offenders.
I want to, get married, raise a family, hold down, a job, pursue the American dream.
Number 4. Christian Hernandez. Christian Hernandez, also known as Christian Fernandez, is one of the youngest people in the United States to be charged with first-degree murder. Born on January 1499 in Miami, Florida, Hernandez has a troubled childhood marked by abuse and neglect. On March 14, 2011, at the age of 12, Hernandez was arrested for the murder of his 2-year-old half-brother David Galarga. According to reports, Hernandez has been left alone to babysit David when allegedly inflicted fatal injuries on him. David was found unconscious and later died from blunt force trauma.
And then what else did you do with his legs?
Like this, and that stuff.
You pushed him back?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't twist the leg up or anything? Or?
What do you mean, like?
No, I'm asking, like, exactly what you did. Show me again what you did.
Hernandez was initially charged as an adult with first-degree murder, which sparked significant controversy and debate about treatment of juvenile offenders in the legal system. His case highlighted the complexities of addressing severe crime committed by young children and the impact of their upbringing on their behavior. In 2013, after lengthy legal proceedings, Hernandez accepted a plea deal. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter and was sentenced to time in a juvenile facility until his 9th birthday, followed by probation. His case has been a focal point in discussion about juvenile justice reform and the need for psychological and social support for at-risk youth.
Here to talk about that, okay? It's something totally different, okay?
Number 5. Alyssa Bustamante. Alyssa Bustamante was born in January 28, 1994 in Cole County, Missouri. At the age of 15, on October 21, 2009, she lured 90-year-old Elizabeth Olten into a wooded area near their homes.
And strangled her, and then cut her throat and stabbed her.
Where she strangled, stabbed, and ultimately slit her throat. Bustamante had premeditated the murder and even dug 2 graves. In her diary, she wrote that killing someone was pretty enjoyable.
Is that what happened? Yes.
After her arrest, she pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and armed criminal action. And in January 2011 was sentenced to life in prison, with the possibility of parole plus 30 years. This case drew significant attention to the issue of mental health and violence among teenagers.
Absolute certainty of life without parole. If there was another option, then there would have been no reason to have accepted that.
Took me off to the side randomly, and she's like, you know, I wonder what it would be like to kill somebody.
Number 6. Morgan Leppart. Morgan Leppart was born in 1993 in Florida. In April 2008, at just 15 years old, she, along with her 22-year-old boyfriend Toby Lowry, attacked an elderly couple, Carol and William Hitman, in their home. After torturing and murdering the couple, they stole their car and belongings and fled to Texas. Morgan and Toby were apprehended by the police after a few days of being on the run. In court, Morgan was convicted of first-degree murder and robbery and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
And I was like, man, no, I can't do this. I asked her, I was like, is this what you really want? She's like, yeah. Once we do this, we can take the truck and get the out of state.
This case erected significant attention due to Morgan's young age and the brutality of the crime. Number 7. Jarrell Milton. Jarrell Milton was born in 2003 in Omaha, Nebraska. At the age of 12 on June 29, 2015, he, along with his 7-year-old brother, Jamar, and 15-year-old friend, Shantavius, was involved in the murder of Jemima Ray during a drug deal in a park in Omaha.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you have any thoughts of what you might receive today?
Nah, I ain't tripping.
The trio intend to rob the victim, which led to the shooting and death of Jemima Ray. Jarrell Milton was on the run for over a week before being apprehended in Minnesota. He was convicted of murder and robbery. This case drew significant attention due to Jarrell's young age and the severity of the crime, raising concerns about the use of violence in crime. Number 8. Jon Venables. Jon Venables was born on August 13, 1982 in Merseyside, England. In 1993, at just 11 years old, he and his friend Robert Thompson abducted 2-year-old James Bilger from a shopping center in Butler, Merseyside. They took James to a deserted railway line and brutally murdered him. The crime shocked and horrified the public due to the killer's young age and the brutality of the act.
Was he able to talk?
Yeah.
James?
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
You want me now? I never got the boy. I never killed him.
And what was it you told us?
That I killed James.
Venables and Thompson were convicted of murder and detained in a secure children's home until 2001, when they released new identities. However, Jon Venables was subsequently rearrested for various offenses, including possessing illegal images of children, and has been imprisoned multiple times since. Number 9. Dylann Roof. Dylann Roof was born on April 3, 1994 in Columbia, South Carolina, USA. On June 17, 2015, he entered the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina, and after attending a Bible study session, opened fire on the congregation. The attack resulted in the deaths of 9 people, including the church pastor. Roof was quickly apprehended and declared that his motivation for the crime was racial hatred and white supremacy. He was convicted of murder and hate crime in federal court and was sentenced to death in January 2015. Dylann Roof's case drew widespread attention to issues of racism and gun violence in the United States.